All right, and I think this is about the high time to start the reverse pitching.
Yes. So how is it going to work? Basically, investors are going to pitch themselves for 3 minutes, and then the jury is going to decide and going to ask them different questions. And this is done in order for us as founders to get to know the investors better, understand what are their green flags, what are their red flags, and overall get this vibe that, okay, they are actually someone who we would like to, in the future, in a couple of years, when they invest, grab a beer in the bar or actually party the whole night at Tech Chill. So, it's important to understand it. And we're going to have incredible jury today.
Yes.
The first one that I'd like to introduce is Janis, the CEO and co-founder at Trace.Space. Let's give a round of applause. Janis,
Yes.
do you want to say anything?
Yeah, maybe you can say a couple things about yourself.
What is Trace.Space and what do you expect from reverse pitching today?
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Lovely to meet you.
I'm Janis. I'm the founder of Trace.Space, and we help companies that build complex products like cars and medical devices and semiconductors make their engineering process and R&D process much more efficient. And because the products are so complex these days, it's very important to actually reignite the Western industrial manufacturing. And for those who don't know or didn't hear yesterday, we just announced our 4 million round from Cherry VC. And with the participation from some of the folks also pitching, so it'll be very harsh. And there will be no prisoners taken.
Amazing.
All right, round of applause for Janis. Next up, we have Kriss Pujats, co-founder of Gravity Team. Kriss, a couple of words about you.
Yeah, my name is Kriss. I'm a co-founder of Gravity Team. Gravity Team is a very, very nice and successful crypto trading company. As Palsy already pitched it, we do 1% of the world's volume, so one of the biggest in the world. Yeah, and happy to be here. We'll see how the investor pitches will roll out. We promise to be unfair and tough. So
Incredible.
Perfect.
As they always are with us.
Round
Amazing.
of applause for Kriss.
Next one is Annija, mentor and startup growth advisor at Techstars, Bridges LLC. Let's give a round of applause to Annija. And a couple of words from you.
Yeah, I have been through a whole startup journey here in Latvia, from bootstrapping to exiting my own business here. And now I'm advising, as you mentioned, in Techstars, San Francisco, mentoring startups there, the new batch, and also hands-on executive and helping startups to scale and build their presence in San Francisco, Silicon Valley.
Incredible. Happy to have you here.
Round of applause. Next up, we have Mārtiņš, founder of Monetizr. Mārtiņš.
Hi everyone, my name is Mārtiņš, and founder of Monetizr. Monetizr is a gaming media platform working with some of the biggest brands like Procter & Gamble, PepsiCo, Apple, and others. And I'm very excited about today. I hope that the fine VCs and investors up here are prepared and ready to take some questions, and their pitches are bulletproof. Looking forward to that.
All right, round of applause.
Round of applause to Mārtiņš. And we have one more jury joining us.
Our
Can you please introduce
mystery
yourself?
jury guest, yes.
Hi, I am Laura, co-founder of Galtech from Estonia, where we make small and powerful electric power sources. So it's green, it's technologically superior, and it's going to save us all lots of money and nerves.
Woo!
All right,
That's
round
good.
of applause. So I think then we are ready. Do we have the first also pitch? Yes, I see that we do. Okay, so welcome to the stage with a round of applause, Kari Ingrid from Iron Wolf Capital.
Woo!
Hi, good morning, everyone. First off, a huge round of applause to an amazing hype crowd over here. Thank you. The stage has been warmed up. My name is Kari Ingrid Lilles. I'm a partner at Iron Wolf Capital, and we're the early stage Baltic Deep Tech and AI Fund. I just realized we don't have a clicker situation. We do. Excellent. So, a few things to know about us. We've been the first pan-Baltic dedicated deep tech and AI funds operating since 2019. We've amassed a portfolio of 22 startups all across the 3 Baltic countries and Baltic diaspora. And this year, we're very, very excited to amplify and increase our impact in the ecosystem by very soon announcing a new 70+ million euro deep tech and AI fund. We're already investing out of this fund €500,000 to €2 million checks with significant follow-on capital earmarked for you as well. Our mission, we believe that deep tech represents the true mission of venture capital to really be a vehicle for supporting and enabling breakthrough, impactful innovations. I think that this crowd over here doesn't need too much convincing about the potential we have in the Baltics, especially when it comes to deep tech. We have great STEM talent, great history and legacy of science and engineering, not to mention already 20 unicorns have been built in our region, so entrepreneurship is just bubbling all around this ecosystem. For us to be able to capture all of these exciting deep tech opportunities in the ecosystem, we have put together an amazing team of 7, a complementary and diverse individuals from 4 different countries based across 6 different hubs all across Europe. From Tallinn, Vilnius, Warsaw, to London, Berlin, and Stockholm. We are exited founders, ex-operators, finance and M&A professionals, impact experts, and much more with experience from the US, Europe, and Asia. And this born global mindset is certainly something that we look forward to in the companies that we invest in as well. Traction is a popular question I was already expecting. We're very proud of our Fund 1 portfolio, which is growing and thriving, regularly being featured among the fastest growing companies in our region and Europe, and demonstrating strong growth and fundraising metrics. We have a proven USP of expertise and support in scaling and go-to-market in countries like Poland, Germany, and the UK, as well as follow-on fundraising from a vast international network of VCs, CVCs, and corporates. And we are a truly generalist deep tech fund with experience supporting companies across healthcare, pharma, robotics, photonics, edtech, and much more. If this resonated with you, we're very much looking forward to hearing from you. We're Iron Wolf Capital. Ačiū, paldies, and aitäh.
Round of applause.
Perfect. Round of applause.
Good job, Kari.
And perfectly on time as well. All right.
Catch a breath now.
2 minutes for the judges. Who's going to be the first one?
Kriss, let's go.
Yeah, comparing to other funds, what would you say is your superpower or unfair advantage? Like if I'm a startup, there is no other VC fund I should go to but you. What type of startup I should be to make that claim?
Excellent question. As I pointed out, we're particularly focused on founders here in the Baltics. As we are born and raised in the Baltics ourselves, but international experience with vast networks relevant to deep tech, I would say that we can relate to those founders here in the Baltics with global ambitions and can best support them, with our, as I mentioned, networks of experts, follow-on VCs, and just the experience we have amassed across these different diverse verticals. We're aware that the Baltics is already a very specific geographical focus that we have, and hence we are constantly upskilling ourselves to be able to truly be this generalist deep tech VC.
Okay.
Yes.
Mārtiņš?
Thank you so much for your presentation. I wanted to ask, you're saying that you support Baltic founders with global ambitions, born global, scaling. Can you share an example how you have, or any of your partners have helped a portfolio company to actually do that?
Yes, absolutely. I hope I'm not spoiling too much for a portfolio company of ours right now. Turing College, as also mentioned here in the deck, is currently going through a market entry into the UK, and our partner Kasparas has been instrumental in helping to upskill and support them on strategic M&A helping them to realize that the best market entry into UK is through M&A, already acquiring already existing edtech companies on the market. So that is a very specific example, and I'm sure the founders of Turing College are happy to share more. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Round of applause.
Incredible. Next one is Andreas Batelmes, investment manager at G+D Ventures. Let's give a round of applause.
Welcome to the stage.
Good luck.
Thank you very much. Okay, thanks for the audience. From a generic Baltic fund to a non-generic trust tech fund from Munich. We are G&D Ventures, and thanks for joining. So in a nutshell, who we are from Munich. We are active since 2018. We are a 50 million euro fund focused on European trust tech companies, ranging from C to actually Series B, and typically deploying tickets between 200K and 2 million. We are backed by only 2 LPs. One of them is Giesecke & Devrient, which is a security company that is active for 170 years, also located in Munich. And the other one is the European Investment Bank. And from a team perspective, we are pretty diverse. So we have colleagues from Israel, we have colleagues from Spain, one from Bosnia, and 2 guys from Munich. So what is actually trust tech? At its core, it's a concept of cybersecurity, but we like to define it along what we call the trust backbone. So basically, at its core, there is the digital infrastructure, so how to securely deal with data, how to exchange data, how to work with data. Then there is an identity layer, actually how to ensure that a machine or a human is who he claims to be. Then there's a regulation layer, so you all know European regulation, MiCA, for example, AML regulation, so how to ensure that they are working and how to actually come up with cool companies working in that space. And lastly, there is the ethical component, so what is not covered by regulation, but what is still desirable from a European perspective. So for example, working ethically with AI and other topics there. Why G&D Ventures? We have 3 USPs. We are very focused on trust tech. So we worked in this space for many, many years, and we know what worked and what did not work. We are pretty hands-on, so we don't have a portfolio of 50, 70 companies, but only aim for a portfolio of 15 companies, so we can work really with the companies we invest in. And lastly, I already showed you the LPs. We have a very unique network of LPs that can help in the security, cybersecurity, regulatory space quite well. Some of our companies that we invested in, so far we have 1 exit, one of the largest crypto exits in history, Metaco, that we sold to Ripple, and other companies active in the pure cybersecurity space and also in the broader trust tech space. If you're interested to learn more, or if you're a trust tech startup that wants to work with us, then please reach out to me or my colleagues. Here's a QR code, and happy to take the Q&A.
Incredible. Thank you so much. Let's go.
You mentioned something there in the presentation, working ethically with AI. What does it mean?
So basically ensuring that AI is not creating harm. So what Google claimed to do a couple of years ago and now did not claim again. So how can we ensure that AI is working in a way that it should be? So for example, in autonomous driving, how can we ensure that the autonomous system is steering the car in the proper way and not, for example, driving you in a lane or something else?
Okay. Let's go, Annija.
If I'm a founder and I'm your portfolio company, I want to build a strong international team. How could you as investor help me to do that?
So we are a strong European-focused investor. So we believe that Europe has a large potential for initial scaling, but then there is obviously the scaling to the US. We exited to US companies, so we have some experience there. But obviously you would be the expert since you're located there, and maybe we can have a chat about it.
Okay. Next one. Let's go, Kriss.
Why security specifically? How did you land on that general, narrow field?
I would say if we're looking at the world in general, security is a very relevant topic, but it's not only about physical security, as we see in the Ukraine war, for example. It's also about digital security. So you can cause a lot of harm if you're not ensuring that, for example, a communication is trustful. You can cause a lot of harm if you're, for example, not ensuring that someone is who he claims to be. So look at fraud prevention, for example, anti-money laundering. So we think, especially in Europe, there is a field for companies working in a trusted environment, especially because we have a lot of regulatory frameworks that we can use for that.
All right. Thank you so much, Andreas. That was really good. Let's give a round of more applause, okay? It's quite scary to pitch up here, so investors are experiencing lots of nervousness, so let's give a round of applause.
And a quick technical question, or an ask to the jury, please speak closer to the microphones. We got a message that in the back they don't really hear you all that well. But okay, as you saw, it's not that easy. So the next investors, probably they're already a bit scared, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. The jury, well, they're fair. All right, let's welcome to the stage Aaron from E2VC. Round of applause. Okay, it seems we're still missing the next speaker. So, how did it feel thus far?
But I saw Aaron up there, so that's why it's a questionable. But all right, should we move on to the next one then?
She's here.
Okay.
We just need to, prolong this a bit.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. So, what can you tell me? What did you enjoy yesterday? What was your best memory from yesterday?
I think the best memory from yesterday was
Was the what running?
why the clock is not running.
I mean,
I think there was some technical issue. It was not the issue. It was not because of the. It was not because of the investor.
It wasn't because I fell asleep.
All right.
Is my mic working now? Go.
Yes.
It wasn't because I fell asleep. It was I didn't have a mic. Sorry for this. Yeah.
Now you have
thanks,
one.
Guys. Thanks, guys.
All
Sorry
right.
for that.
Let's give a round of applause to Aaron.
Aaron.
All right. So, hi everyone. I'm Arun from E2EC, and we invest in founders that want to go global from day one. So, what do I mean by that? So, we are backing early-stage emerging European companies who want to target global markets, which for us is primarily the US. We started back in 2016 with the first fund, where we now have 3 unicorns, more than $3 billion in funds raised across the portfolio. Then we launched the second fund, which was 2021, 70 million euro fund. We've invested in 35 companies across the region, and they've collectively raised more than 200 million now. We're raising our new fund now with the first close happening in September, which will be $100 million. Similar strategy. What we do is we invest at pre-seed and seed, anywhere between 250K up to 2 million euros initial checks, with some good reserves for follow-ons as well. So how do we help? We try to make a lot of introductions. So we have a good network of investors that we can make introductions to and have co-invested with in the past. Some of the names you can see on the slide. So we've co-invested with the likes of Sequoia, Andreessen, Balderton, Lightspeed, etc. So we do try to be very proactive in making these introductions to top-tier funds. We try to be the landing pad for our founders who want to go to US. We have offices in SF and in New York as well, where we hold regular events for our founders to network with both each other and other ecosystem players, investors, customers, potential talent, etc. We ourselves are backed by more than 30 founder LPs who are just not investors only in our funds, but also are advisors and angel investors in our portfolio companies, where they help them with go-to-market, operations, hiring, which we believe is the best way to get help from other pedigreed founders. But we do have an in-house talent team who helps you with hiring, with a good network of recruiters, both across Europe and also US as well, where we are pretty hands-on in helping you hire the top 3 to 5 key talent for your company. We are a team of 10 scattered all around the sort of world in a way. So one person in SF, one person in New York. And you should have seen me and Khan, which is the guy on the bottom left, hopefully, across the Baltics. If you haven't, that's our fault, but hopefully you'll get to see us more in the future. So thank you. If you're a pre-seed seed startup looking to go global from day one, please do find me.
Round of applause. Thank you so much for the clicker. And you actually made it before the 3 minutes, so you didn't, miss anything. So 2 minutes, yes, perfect. We already have a question there from Janis. Go ahead.
Thank you for your presentation. So what's one thing that everyone says or does in the VC world, but you think is BS?
It's probably that we support founders a lot, which we don't, really. Depends on how you define support, but like our belief, that's why I said like we try to make a lot of introductions to the right people. We are a generalist fund investing at pre-seed and seed. If I tell you that I know data infrastructure and open source software or like whatever vertical it is very well, and I can sort of give you the right strategic guidance, I'm probably bullshitting. I have no clue about any of these things, so we are trying to introduce you to the right people to make those kind of feedbacks.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Laura?
Yeah, hi, thank you. So you look for companies that want to go global from day one. How do you choose the companies that are actually able to do that versus the ones who just say they want to do that?
I think like it's obviously a bit of experience in terms of what we've seen across the years, but we do want people to move very quickly and try to find their initial customers, do sort of initial design partners outside of the regions that they're in. We're typically staying away from people who, for example, are based in, let's say, Latvia, and their first 5 design partners are from here as well. We are trying to sort of help them move very quickly outside of the core markets they're in, so that's typically a good test as well. And their sort of ability to move, to other regions is something that we do look at.
Okay, thank you so much. Round of applause for Aaron.
Thank you.
So, who's next, Laurie?
The next one is Maria, the general partner at Outlast Fund. Let's give a round of applause.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be on this stage. My name is Maria, and I represent Outlast Fund, a premier venture capital firm based out of Riga with a name that doubles as our daily affirmations. You see, being from this corner of the world gives us a unique insight into how founders here operate. For example, how they can squeeze blood out of a stone or just turn one room into a co-working hub. Now you might say, the Baltics? How many startups can there be? Well, to that I say a lot. We just don't like to brag about it. Because, let's be honest, our national sport is modesty. And well, we do like to keep mysterious. Now let's talk about the problem. Most startups fail, and we all know that. It's not just the statistics, but it's also a feature of the startup world. And that's why we have to be very convenient about how we do these things around here. Solution? Outlast Fund. Outlast Fund is built for founders who want to outsmart their competition, out-retain their customers, and outlast their Series A burn. So you bring the idea, we'll bring the capital, and also a therapist recommendation when things get really messy. Because we are there for you guys when you need us, and completely out of the way when you don't. Market opportunity, huge. Our addressable market is every single founder who's ever said, this time it will be different. We invest in the fearless, the optimistic, and well, also mildly delusional people, obviously. Our business model, simple. We invest in early stage, and then if you guys succeed, we share in the glory. If you don't, well, we just write a really good, very well-written Medium post about it on lessons learned. GTM, we hunt down startups in every nook and cranny of the Baltics, be it hackathons, demo days, also karaoke nights, because there's always this one person between the songs pitching something like AI-powered laundry app. Competition, in terms of competitive advantage, we are different because we are built differently. Yes, we're going to give you capital, but we're going to also train you how to outdrink your competition, important, and also outlast our joint post-fundraising honeymoon. Because when you think about it, if you keep getting married, the honeymoon never ends. Team, also a bunch of delusional folks who chose to be in this business. And I mean, we're in this together. So what we are really looking for is your trust, the founder trust. And we are a 21 million fund out of the Baltics. We're generalist, industry agnostic, and we do tickets up to 250K in pre-seed and up to 1 million in seed. Thank you.
Good job, Maria. Kriss, let's start.
I see you made it fun. Okay, okay. So I will have a similar style of question. Would you consider yourselves also mildly delusional?
Yes. 100%.
Is that a feature or a bug?
No, that's a feature.
Okay.
Okay, Mārtiņš.
Thank you. Great presentation. Quick question. What's one piece of advice that you often give to founders, but you struggle to follow yourself?
Wow, that's a good question. Thank you, Mārtiņš. Probably about something concerning high moral grounds. Because honestly, in this business, to be able to survive, you gotta leave something behind.
Thank you.
Okay. Annija, I saw a question from your side.
Yeah, so what's your perspective on companies that don't aim for unicorn status, but they're more ready to build long-term profitable businesses? Would you also consider investing in such?
Yes, yes, of course. I mean, we stand for outlasting businesses, but for us, we're gonna cash out, guys. We're gonna cash out, but you keep on building your company. I mean, and we're just gonna, be on every single step of the way.
Yeah, Laura, let's go.
Thanks. You truly put the fun in fund. You said you're industry agnostic, but is there any preference, hardware, software, deep tech?
Yeah, we do love software, B2B SaaS, and in some of the verticals that we are really kind of into is probably fintech, cyber, e-commerce, just because of the fact that we are based in Riga, Latvia, and these particular domains are here some of the strongest ones, and we see spin-outs coming and building, something really similar to that.
All right, thank you so very much, Maria. Thank you so much for the question, jury.
And we do continue moving on with the pitches. So next up, I'd like to welcome to the stage Arta from Build It.
Let's give a round of applause.
Round of applause for Arta.
Hi. Before you're all distracted, I'm fine. Obviously, I love my job too much. Thus, this tech chill was not to miss out and not to brag about our fund, Build It. Right. We're not the fun guys. You'll see after. So here's literally all the fact points I'd like to highlight about us. So we are Riga-based VC fund. We are partners only, plus some compliance and administrative. Thus, if ever you talk to any of us, we are the ones making the decision and not just analysis. We do have a European mandate, but we do focus on Baltics and Nordics, as that's where we feel that we have access to founders, to next investors, etc. Fund size 20 million, which means we will back roughly 30 startups along the 5-year period. Ticket sizes from 250K to 1.5 million euros, depending on what are the capital needs, the ambition, the development stage, and we're trying to fund the startup to their need, not just maybe a wish or a round number. We are a hardware-focused fund. We've been following this strategy for years, ever since the inception. Built it 10 years ago, now more than 10 years ago, was the very first hardware accelerator in the Nordics. So we know this game, and we still believe in the strategy, and also in the niche that hardware startups and hardware founders are underserved, and that's why we come in. In terms of the ideal profile, apart from kind of the basics, high conviction ideas in a sense that the team knows where they want to go. They're not just experimenting, they're just not trying to break out of the corporate ladder. They know where to go, how their product should look like, and what they're about to do. At the first rounds, we're happy to lead, happy to be the first investor, but in the follow-ons, we like to see validation from other investors, and then we co-invest. And yeah, 10 years around. I mentioned the team. I'm not the only one, obviously. I keep saying that we as partners are all very different, might not look like that from the picture, but we have super various backgrounds. None of us have been founders. I come from investment banking background. Zigmars has been in the VC world, but in later stage funds. René has also, on top of that, worked with public grants and attracting public funding, which comes super handy when it comes to hardware startups. Matej's build and Rudolf's, we've been working already for 5 years plus together on the acceleration. And plus, the build it had is not the only one that we wear. We are also active in the ecosystem in general. And I think this is where I stop. The thesis and the team, and this is how then we work.
Perfect. Round of applause for
Round of
Annija.
applause.
So 2 minutes for the very tough but fair questions. Who's going to be? Kriss.
Go ahead.
Sorry for being the first question every time. What is your best exit?
Hack motion, double-digit multiple. The very first back in the day when they started off in Estonia.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, and now Janis. It's very foggy here.
Sorry.
So
Yes, it was a question from Kriss.
but Janis now.
I can't see you anymore. So what's the one company that you have missed in this 10 years that you still think about?
Giraffe 360. There's more, most likely, but there's I'm mentioning that particular one because we're literally working on the investment memo and past the investment committee, but there was one administrative issue that just our LPs put a veto on it. So that's our regret.
All right, Mārtiņš.
So you mentioned that none of you guys are founders yourselves. So how do you bridge that gap? How do you get close to founders and understand what they're dealing with?
So my own conviction is that we're in the exit business, right? So this is where we do our job. And our clients, primary clients, are our LPs. So kind of our team is focused on, okay, that's our primary purpose, and then working with the founders is the best and the coolest part. But as a colleague before, we do attract experts. We use our network to assist the founders on the product matters, on the scaling matters, and we stick to the business aspects of it.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
We have only 5 seconds, though.
Okay,
sorry.
it will be fast one. What's your philosophy on founder secondaries in early rounds?
I mean, if it works, and if we are forced to exit, then in hardware business where companies scale slightly slower, that's a very realistic option. But it's a then. Sorry, keep it short. The founder must also agree to that scenario. So.
Okay, perfect.
Good.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so
A
much.
round of applause for Rata. Who's next?
Next one is Mārtiņš from Bad Ideas Fund. Let's give a round of applause. Good luck.
Hey everyone, Mārtiņš, Bad Ideas. Yeah, so basically, we are a community. Should I start?
Yes.
Awesome.
Now, yes, let's
Now
start.
I can start. Awesome.
Yes.
So as I mentioned, we are a community of startup builders investing in globally ambitious startups, very early ones, and that are rooted in Central Eastern Europe. Let me break this whole thing down a bit. It's a mouthful. So first of all, stage. we can go as early as idea stage, and we can deploy capital up to late seed. Ticket sizes range from 300K up to 1.5 mil. Location, it has to be connected with Central Eastern Europe, so the roots have to be there. Obviously, Latvia counts, right? Sector, we are proud generalists. We have invested in everything starting from B2B SaaS to robotics and space tech even. So yeah, but there has to be the software component. Let's jump to the origin story. We could say that today is actually like our birthday. Bad Ideas was founded during Techstars 3 years ago as an angel syndicate, so people from the industry investing back into the community. We could say that we have been quite busy during these 3 years. This is our portfolio. Essentially, we have deployed around 3 million euros in 30+ companies. We are super busy, in fact. We're launching a new fund, 22 mil, essentially taking the investment thesis from the syndicate and introducing larger tickets for our founders, and essentially creating the best possible combination of both worlds. So you have the knowledge of the syndicate members plus larger tickets. Speaking of the syndicate, so the community, the startup builders, as like 3 years ago, it started with like a couple of members really investing back into the ecosystem. We have now grown to, well, 250 plus founders, operators, advisors, essentially people from the ecosystem, which is amazing. Like imagine you're building your startup, and you essentially have people from Deal, Bolt, Printify, Printful that can actually share the knowledge. This is basically what you get when Bad Ideas invest. Let's say you're like struggling with, I don't know, product market fit, or you're just wanting to ramp up the enterprise sales, or you're expanding to a new market, let's say US. Like somebody from this, like 250 plus people have done it, and well, they can share like the mistakes they did, and well, obviously that's a nice value add there. Regarding the whole process, let's say you apply. We're super lean, super fast. Three stages: screening, interviewing, due diligence, founder-friendly terms. We try to be as transparent as possible. What to do? Reach out. Let's talk.
All right. Who's first? Janis, let's go.
You know, there's 3 funds right now in the same stage as you in Latvia.
That's true.
So let's say one of your founders get an investment opportunity from one of them, and they also want you to invest. So are you competitors, or how do you deal with this?
I mean, essentially, we're really aiming to like boost the ecosystem, which is amazing, by the way, for the Latvian founders. Incredible, like 3 funds launching. There's like more than 16 million for the ecosystem, and we're definitely looking to cooperate, co-invest. I mean, pre-seed rounds, they often get quite large, right? So there's definitely like room for many funds to invest.
All right, next one, Annija.
Maybe you have some story to share. What's the farthest that you have gone to convince some founder that you're the best investor fit for them?
Oh.
Have you hunted somebody down?
What's the farthest that we have gone to like pitching ourselves to a founder? Well, we actually like to prove that we are kind of adding the value with the actual like things instead of just words by doing essentially. So we have, even before investment, like introduced them to the whole ecosystem, provided like this knowledge sharing of bad ideas, like search for different people who can potentially like solve issues the founder is struggling with. We have searched like or network of people who our network knows to reintroduce like them to the founder. So just to summarize, I guess we like to prove it by doing instead of just saying that we can do that.
Thank you.
All right, perfect. I think we ran out of time.
Round of applause for the jury once again. They had to do the
applause.
tough thing, ask the tough questions to the investors.
Incredible, you have a mic. All right, a round of applause for these amazing founders.
Yeah. It was much tougher than it was much tougher than we thought in the beginning. Yeah, so we lost one, as
Annija?
you see. It's tough. There she is.
Oh, come here.
Come on.
So it's really, really hard to be a founder, especially when you start, and it takes a lot of courage. It takes, you know, you need to fake it till you make it, and you have to be, you know, refreshing and original, and probably also slightly delusional, I would say. And that's why, although all the VC funds did a very great job, but we really value the originality, and that's why the trophy goes to Outlast.
Woo!
Good job.
Good job, Maria.
All right, let's wait for Maria to come on the stage to receive the prize.
Yeah, that's a trophy. You won it. Few words.
First, kisses, of course.
Yes. What can I say? I mean, reverse pitching, not that easy, guys. Like, I feel the pain. And that's why I was like actually training at home to do this pitch, because I think we owe you at least that, right? So yeah, well, thanks for picking me, I guess. And hopefully the founders will do too.
Incredible.
All right.
Thank you so very much.
Round of applause for the jury. Round of applause, of course, to Maria for winning, and to the other investors as well. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah.
Selfie.
Well, we are ahead of the schedule. That's okay.
I'll do that direction, but it's all light.
Let's do both.
This
Let's
is the
try
most
both.
fun content you've seen so far today.